people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oge. If you are joining me for the first time, thank you for coming, and do subscribe if you enjoy these videos. And if you are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So today I'm talking about what to expect if you're coming to study in Germany. If you plan on studying in Germany as an international student, especially, I would say these are the things that you should expect. The first thing that you should expect, or that you should bear in mind while coming to study in Germany, is that studying in Germany is hard. That's just the easiest way to put it. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how to just put it. Studying in Germany is hard. The next thing you should bear in mind is that if you are studying in Germany as an international student, information does not come to you. You have to go to the information. This means that anything outside of your normal curriculum, normal study activities. So for example, if you have information that revolves around your coursework and all of that, of course you're going to get everything in your mail, but extra information like where to get help if something happens, where to go to find scholarships, to find jobs as a student, and all those extra information, every other thing that you might need outside of your regular coursework, you need to go find by yourself. There's a portal or there's a department in your school, in every school, where you have someone who is in charge of international students. So they are like the international student body stuff. You need to be able to reach these people. You need to look through your school website. You need to be critical when you're checking out all these things so that you can get information that you need. You need to interact with other people. Some people might know something that you don't know. Talk to other people, get to find out what it is that is obtainable, what you are eligible to have, and all that. Try to get this information because nobody's going to bring it to you. There are so many things that you can take advantage of, but if you don't know about them, you wouldn't be able to take full advantage of them. So like I said, information will not come to you, you would go to information. Another thing that you need to bear in mind studying in Germany is that the burden of studying is on you, the student. The burden of study, the burden of organizing your time, organizing your studies, is completely on you. Nobody is going to babysit you. You're going to have to take charge of everything that involves your study here in Germany. So how long you decide to study, one thing you should bear in mind is that if, for example, you're doing a master's program and your normal study time is supposed to be, say, 24 months, for example, 18 months or 24 months, for example, you can study longer. You can decide to stretch your study for as long as you want. You can decide to take your courses one at a time. You can take your time as much as you want. The burden of studying is on you. If you decide to make it short, great. If you decide to make it long, great. Everything depends on you. Another thing that you should bear in mind is that as a student, you need to have a part-time job. So now this is for students who don't have support from home. If you have any other means of sustaining yourself in terms of finances, great, you don't need to work. If you have parents who are going to take care of all of these bills, or you have a partner who's going to take care of all of these bills, then there's no problem. But if you're like a regular student, like almost everybody is, you have to have a job. You have to find a job, a part-time job, a student job, a mini job, whatever it is. Here in Germany, as a student, you are allowed to work while you study because these bills ain't go pay themselves. You have your rent to pay for, you have your insurance to pay for, you have your phone bills to pay for, you have a lot of things to pay for every month. So you need to find a way to raise money for yourself. You need to find a way to take care of these expenses. As an international student, you should bear in mind, or you should know, that there are a lot of scholarships that you can take advantage of. Like I said earlier, information will not come to you. You have to go to information. There are a lot of scholarships that are available for students while you study, whether you're studying for free or you're paying. There are a lot of scholarships that are available. Find these scholarships, take advantage of them. How do you find this information? Go to your school website, like I said earlier. Go through it thoroughly. Find the international student portal where you can get information regarding international students. There's always a person who's in charge of international students in every school. See how you can reach these people or these departments and get the information that you need. Talk to other students, ask questions around. Every school is different, so ask questions and know that you have the opportunities to have scholarships, different types of scholarship. See how you can take advantage of these. Now, while studying in Germany, you should bear in mind there are going to be a lot of coursework that you need to do that will involve group work. So you're going to be working with a lot of people in groups. This is great because it helps you to cultivate the work culture of working with other people in a team. So this doesn't mean that you just relax and some other person will just be doing the work for you. No, you're going to be working in a team, so the work for that particular course is going to be split such that everybody gets to do something, everybody gets to contribute in this course or in that particular work that needs to be done. Working in a team is something that you need to know that you're going to be doing. Don't think you're going to be coming and working like a lone wolf. You're going to be working with a lot of other people. Another thing you should bear in mind is that you're going to be having a lot of presentations. You're going to be presenting a lot of your works. So you need to know, if you are afraid of talking to the crowd, just like me, I'm really scared when it comes to talking to a lot of people, talking to a crowd. Jesus, I get very scared. I start panicking. And no, bear in mind, you're going to be doing a lot of talking, you're going to be doing a lot of presentations. Now, the way a lot of this presentation work is you have the written part of your presentation, which is actual research work that you did, and then the presentation itself, which means you're going to probably be having two documents, the main document and your presentation document. The presentation document is going to contain less text, more pictures. It's going to be a lot more beautiful. It's going to be a lot more colorful, visually attractive, so that people who are looking at your presentation can follow what you're saying without necessarily reading a lot of information, while your actual research work is submitted separately. Bear in mind. So this means you're probably going to be using a lot of presentation tools, whatever tool you use for your presentation, be it PowerPoint, Slides, Google Slides, Photoshop, whatever, InDesign, whatever tool that you would need to make this presentation. You need to be able to do these. Canva is a great tool as well to use for presentations as well. So bear in mind, you're going to be doing a lot of presentations, a lot of coursework, a lot of writing and all of that. Now, another thing that you should also know studying in Germany is that not all courses are graded with exams. So some courses are just graded with your assignment and your course research work and presentation, and that's it. There's no exam, or there are no exams for those courses. Some other courses is just strictly exam based. Bear in mind, not all courses that you write exam, not all courses are graded with exams. Some courses are graded with just your presentation and your coursework, which is research work, and that is that. Bear that in mind. I think it's great though. I think it's really nice, like you just go do some research, and it's really beautiful because when you're doing this research work, you get to know a lot more things as against just reading for an exam. You have your own topic. Probably you'd be the one to pick your own topic yourself, topic that interests you, and you do some real serious research on that topic. Like the in and out of it, and so that you can explain it properly to somebody else. And I think it's really great because it helps you to really understand what it is that you're talking about, as against just reading and just getting ready for an exam. For me, I prefer that, but however, it's a mix of both. You have some exams and you have some just presentations and coursework and assignments and all of that. Now, I've spoken about working in a team, so you need to bear in mind that you're going to be working with a lot of people, like I said earlier. This means that you're going to be dealing with so many people from different parts of the world, different cultures, different belief systems, different way of thinking. You need to be prepared to be able to deal with these different people and live and work with them amicably. Don't expect that everybody's going to be behaving like you or thinking like you. Remember, you're in Nigeria, you know that we do this for each other. Don't expect everybody's going to do that here. Be ready to understand other people, understand other cultures, understand how people from other places work, think, behave, and learn to work with them in these situations where you work in a team or work in a group. Know this. You're going to be dealing with so many people. So many people who don't understand even the jokes that you crack. So know it and know peace and know that you are dealing with these people, you find a way to handle it. Know also that nobody, like I said the other time, that the burden of education is in your hands. The burden of study is on you. Nobody cares, though. Nobody's looking out for you. Don't be thinking that maybe one of your classmates is going to be looking out to make sure. Nobody is looking out for you. You are on your own in this journey. You are on your own. You're going to be doing everything by yourself. You're going to be looking out for yourself by yourself. So if there's something that you need to do, there's something that, don't expect that somebody's going to bring something for you or do something on your behalf or whatever. Try as much as possible to see how you can do these things yourself without depending on anybody. Even though, yeah, some people might be nice to be able to help you maybe one or two places, but bear in mind that it is not anybody's concern whether you prosper, whether you succeed. Prosper, why let's say prosper, it is making good. Whether you succeed or not is not anybody's business. It is completely and absolutely your burden to bear. Know this. Now, when you're coming to study in Germany as an international student, you have the opportunity to study in English. There are actually so many courses that are being taught in English. This is great. So for those who don't speak German, they can also study in English comfortably. However, you need to bear in mind that living and working in Germany requires that you learn and speak German. So, while you are studying in English, it will be important to start your German course almost immediately so that you can start picking up the words, picking up sentences, picking up the language generally, such that when you begin to make applications for jobs, internships, or whatever, you have a better chance as against those who don't know how to speak German at all. There are a lot of companies here that allow you to speak English or that work with English-speaking people, but you should know that if you're in a country where they speak a certain language, you should learn or start to learn how to interact with that language, just for general living. Do you understand? For general living, for general interactions, and especially if you're working in a job that that you're probably going to be interacting with people, you have to learn the language. There's no way around it. You have to learn the language. But if you intend to just come study in English and go back to your country, okay, probably you don't have to worry about that. But if you're planning to come study, work here, or work while you study, you have to pick up the language. There's no way around it. Sorry, I wish there was. There's no way. I thought there was a way around it. Or maybe there's no way around it. You have to learn this language. It's difficult, but yeah, it is what it is. And the last but not the least is that if you decide to do another master's program, it is not free. So while now in your first master's, you have the opportunity to study for free, depending on the school that you choose here. Not absolutely free, like I said in my other video. You have semester contributions that you pay for, and all that side expenses that you have to take care of as you study here. But your tuition in itself is free. However, if you're studying for another master, you're trying to get a second master's, some of us, because they say it is free now, we have done the first master and say, let's take advantage of it and do another master's. You want to be collecting using taxpayers' money for free, just like that. No. If you're going to be doing another master's, you're going to be studying for a second master's, you have to pay for it. It's not going to be free anymore. You only have the opportunity to study free once, and that is it. That's all. Once. That's all. If you're going to be studying another thing, the second master's, you're going to have to pay for it. So these are the few things I think you should bear in mind if you're considering coming to study in Germany, or if you're just if you're already gotten your admission and you're trying to move to Germany and all of that. Know this in mind. Bear this in mind, that these are the things that you should expect while you come to study in Germany. I hope these are very helpful. I hope this is helpful to whoever it is that needs it. If you love this video, if you enjoyed it, if you think it was worth your time, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And if you don't think it was worth, still give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Give it what you think is worth the video. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Do have a fantastic week. I'll see you again next week. Bye.